Welcome to Research Business Daily Report. It's made possible by RBDR's exclusive community at the crowdfunding platform patreon.com/RBDR. I'm Bob Lederer, for 25 years, the respected voice of market research. The talk of the global research marketplace this week should be the release last week of the Market Research Society and Kantar report. It's called the Responsiveness Business Creating Growth and Value Through Intelligence Capital. It explains how the concept of intelligence capital should be implemented to drive corporate business growth. And it's well worth a download. And in fact, we offer a link for you to do just that. It's underneath today's video. But before you go and do that, let me give you a brief explanation and a couple of case histories to demonstrate how this implementation can and should benefit everybody. Unilever's EVP Stan Sananathan noted that rapid technology may have caused a data explosion, but that data is not ensuring that client companies are rich with insights. Companies therefore need to develop new muscles to stay ahead and to remain competitive. And that is leading to the need, Stan says, for intelligence capital. MRS Chief Executive Jane Frost remarked that intelligence capital brings together everything an organization knows about customers and the business environment, together with an ability to deploy that knowledge competitively. Intelligence capital combines three things: structural intelligence, which is the sum of what a business knows about its markets, performance, customers, and wider business context. Add to that activation intelligence, market initiatives and experiments that capture innovation and growth opportunities. And finally, it's brought all together by human intelligence, which connects everything by identifying new insights and their application. Now, this report goes into exquisite detail about these elements, and it begins really by explaining how difficult it has become to grow your business. Now, back in the 50s and 60s, category growth was easy. But beginning in the 1970s, all business growth, and particularly that which is sustainable, became harder and harder to achieve. In fact, WPP's Brand Z data shows that only 6% of companies beat the market average every year between 2006 and 2016. To bring immediate, clear focus on how intelligence capital can impact businesses, the report presents a handful of abbreviated case histories, and we're going to share some of them with you. South African retailer Woolworth had a wealth of unused customer-level data, and to make things worse, a lot of it was irrelevant to company strategy, and to make things even worse, in many cases, the data was in conflict. Head of Customers Charlene Van Zyl reskilled her team into 4 specialist teams: research insights, advanced analytics and modeling, a process, and an ops team. Insights was put to work with the other 3 to verify and integrate their work and to ask the right questions so that outcomes would be clear ahead of time. Van Zyl claims to have established a customer data-driven decision culture, but strangely enough, she's got a new challenge: keeping up with the demand for all the intelligence and information she is developing. Former Walgreens CMO Kim Pfeil changed course at that company by focusing on helping the business understand the things she said it didn't know about markets and customers it was supposed to be servicing. A nearly 2-month learning plan concentrated on what managers need to know to make good business decisions. Next, Diageo, which felt it took too long for any innovation or campaign to be launched. So to reduce the time of both, it kicked off a fast-forward lab, which was specifically designed to deliver deep consumer insight to the business in far less time. And in fact, it claims to deliver quantitative and qualitative and cultural insights, often inside of 48 hours or less. And finally, PepsiCo's Senior VP of Global Insights, Stephen Gans, says data and insight fills 3 holes: defining growth strategies, optimizing brand activities and market execution strategies, and driving real-time dynamic course corrections. Gans states that companies' board of directors which understand the elusiveness of real growth also realize that businesses need to work harder than ever in order to drive that growth. And so he thinks that those kind of boards become restless, which drives them to look beyond the present and what is comfortable to find ideas that will truly disrupt. There is so much more to read and to digest in this report, and we encourage you, whether you're a client or an agency researcher, to check it out. Again, I've mentioned we have a link for it. That's Your Research Business Daily Report. Has been made possible by members of our exclusive community on the crowdfunding platform patreon.com/RBDR. This video series is produced thanks to the interest and the support of those who watch it Monday through Thursday. These are our Patreon supporters who tell us with regularity that our videos are helping them with thoughtful, valuable information, and sometimes it even is valuable enough for them to pass on to their clients, which makes it doubly valuable. We trust that's true for many of you out there who may not have yet become a Patreon supporter. But we've got 45 weeks of this series coming up this year, so you know you're going to get a tremendous amount of information coming your way that could really help you and others. And we hope that gives you a meaningful reason to visit patreon.com/RBDR and select whatever comfortable level of patronage works for you. We hope you have a great research day, and that we'll see you back here tomorrow.